Whenever I read about history, I always find it hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that 60% of the European population was killed by the Black Death. I find it hard to believe that a world war could start after the killing of only one man. I find it hard to believe that the world could still manage to communicate before the internet. I find it hard to believe that Jesus did miracles. We accept the first three of these things as facts of history, but we find it a lot more difficult to believe the fourth. Basically, the form of logic that we use goes like this. History says Jesus did miracles, but I don't see miracles today. Therefore, Jesus' miracles didn't happen. Miracles are not a part of our daily experience, but neither is snow a part of the daily experience of Egyptians. I don't see miracles happening today, but neither do I see any Australians eating baked beans. Yet as soon as an Australian fills their nostrils with an entire can worth of baked beans, the internet will go viral with the news. Just because we don't see or experience something ourselves firsthand doesn't mean it didn't or cannot happen. That's why historians pass down information about significant events. Both biblical and non-biblical historians record the fact that Jesus' reputation spread because of his miracles. These miracles contributed to the evidence that pointed to Jesus being the Son of God. Obviously, it would be a lot easier to believe that Jesus was the Son of God if he entered our living rooms and did a miracle. But it's important to note that not everyone who witnessed Jesus' miracles actually believed. After Jesus did a miracle in one place, the people began to plead with Jesus to leave their region. Some people followed Jesus in the hope of seeing a second miracle, and yet they left as soon as Jesus started declaring himself to be equal with God. After Jesus did several miracles, people still weren't convinced and asked for yet another miracle, hoping that Jesus would fail at some point so that Jesus' radical claims could be ignored. People back then didn't have a problem with the facts of Jesus' miracles. People had a problem with the implications. Basically, their logic went like this. Jesus did miracles, and I see Jesus do miracles. That means I have to accept the implications. But what are the implications of Jesus' miracles? If they actually happened, what does it mean? Well, after witnessing Jesus calm a ferocious storm, Jesus' followers responded in the following way. Then those who were in the boat worshipped him, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." Only the creator of something has the right and the ability to control what they've created. Take films and stories, for example. No one has the right to change the ending in a classic film. However, every few years, a major film will get re-released as the director's cut. Basically, the director jumps back into the film and edits bits out and adds bits in and then manipulates some of the story. They then re-release their story as the director's cut. No one else has the right to manipulate the story in any way or form or description. But the director, the creator of the film, has that right. They can edit in and edit out and manipulate bits of the story as they choose. In the same way, the creator of an animation can do anything they want in their animated world. In the world of Wallace and Gromit, for example, Nick Park can cause washing machines to do ski jumps, and he can get Wallace to defy the laws of gravity by walking on the ceiling. As creator, Nick Park has the right and ability to do in his creation whatever he wants. In much the same way, Only God has the right and the ability to defy the laws of physics, manipulate biology, and influence chemistry in ways never seen before. And so when Jesus did the same by getting the creation to obey him, when Jesus caused the wind and the waves to obey him, Jesus' followers knew he was equal with the Creator. Jesus was God's Son. If, as God's Son, Jesus can intervene in creation like that, then he has just as much right to intervene in our lives. If the winds and waves obey him, so should we. If you still aren't convinced, then it probably has to do with you not encountering any miracles today. But just think about this for a moment. Just because you don't see a burst pipe above the surface doesn't mean there isn't a whole pipe system underneath you. In the same way, just because you don't see God breaking natural laws, the burst pipe, just because you don't see God breaking natural laws, doesn't do away with the brilliantly designed world that we encounter every day. Look above you, and you'll see a universe way more complex than the water pipes of London. Look closely, and you'll see cells and atoms that are more brilliantly designed than the most complex electric circuit. Just because you don't see God breaking natural laws does not do away with the fact that God created the laws of physics. Just because you don't see Jesus manipulating creation doesn't mean the miracles of biology and chemistry don't have a creator, a designer behind them. It would be impossible for us to design anything so complex. Only God could. It would be impossible for any ordinary man to manipulate and control creation. But in his miracles, Jesus did many times.